time. All right, guys. Look, I went live earlier. It was a disaster. I'm driving, ran into bad signals. I mean, what to do. I'm sorry about that. So, so let me start. Let me do it again real quick. So, it's been a long time, like since I don't know. I think my last video was maybe a couple of months ago. Normally, I do a video like every week or every couple of weeks. At least two or three a month. And and the beginning of the year, I believe that at the beginning of this year, 2024 was definitely going to be the year of the crypto bank, right? That to me was what everything was really headed toward, because as far as opportunities, there's no lack of opportunities. There's always something going on out there. There's always opportunities that you can jump into, you can invest in, you can, put your money in there and hope for a return or get a return. So that wasn't the issue. And so there's just transitions that happen, you know, year after year after year. So there's a different season for everything. So you have a season of the trading opportunities. Those never go away, but they just change and tweak themselves a little bit so that they become, I guess, more viable, more believable sometimes. Some of them are um, more trustworthy, if you will. But then you have some that do the same things over and over and over, and they just don't last. They just don't do what they say they're going to do. So that's always going to be there, right? The risk is always going to be there. So you can't eliminate the risk. What you can do is reduce the risk. So basically, at the beginning of the year, we had great expectations. Ever since last year, we basically, me and Team Achieve, community, we had looked at a lot of different programs, got to a point where um, we had solid programs in our system. You can go to Team Achieve, Prosperity Club, you'll see that great projects. And most of them are more mid to long term because we were just exhausted with the day to day, hope that it works, maybe it works, don't work. We were done with that, right? So we really built a great community. We had a great portfolio of projects that work. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line. And we weren't expecting quick paydays because that's not what we wanted as the foundation of the club. We wanted to have things that were more long term, right? And so that's really what we built, was these long term opportunities, so that there wouldn't be a reason basically for us to get excited if things didn't work out in the short term. So I wasn't looking for things that were short term. I was looking for things that were long term, right? And so that's really where I started the process, is with things that were more um, uh, long term, so that I could easily brace myself. You know what I'm saying? To a point where it didn't it didn't surprise me if it didn't work, right? And so we all basically in the community understood that there were going to be good days and bad days. There's going to be good programs and bad programs. But we had narrowed it down to a point where the programs that we had in the portfolio were good programs, but they were just mid to long term. And a lot of people, are scared of those type of programs, because a lot of people get into these type of projects because they want to make money easy. They want to make money quick. Well, that's not going to work all the time. Every now and then, you're going to get some good programs that actually work out for you, and you get paid, and they last for 60 days, and then they disappear. You find other ones that last for you know 90 days if you're fortunate, and most of those basically played out between 21, 22, and then in 23 we started to see more of the kind of a online network marketing type setups, whereas you have to build teams, you have binaries, you have these kind of quad matrix susus. So you had these more developed type programs that had fake people running the programs. So all that happened. And so we got to a point where I created a Team Achieve community that we would look at opportunities and see what's mid to long term. If you invest, can you wait, 6 months? Can you wait 9 months? Can you wait 12 months? Are you able to take maybe once a month payment and withdrawal of profits? Those were the type of things that we were actually looking for because we just didn't want to run into these short-term coming and going type projects. So here's what happened after all of that, right? I was driving. I'm sorry. I was kind of thrown off. So time went on, and like I said, payments, 6 months. And so the year in this 2024, we have projects that have not paid out, but they're still growing and still maturing. Now, does that mean that we didn't experience some bad programs? Of course, some of them didn't work out, but what we do have is we have some amazing projects that we did start in 2023 that are still rolling, and they have created ways to insulate themselves, whereas they don't depend on other entities. Like, for instance, you have trading opportunities, but they have brokers and they have liquidity providers, and they have what we call money makers or market makers. Those projects depend on too many levels. Then you have the broker, and then you have the trader. So everybody in there has to depend on somebody else to make it happen. Well, we've had a project that says, look, right, it's a private project. You do have to have a good amount of funds to get in. But what they've done is they revamped everything, and they have gotten a license, right, where they are a licensed financial provider, and they don't have to depend on anybody else. Why? Because they partnered with financial institutions, and they did get a massive, I'm talking up to $1 billion in line of credit. And so they are able to take care of all of the withdrawals without having to go to somebody else. So I'm just saying there are projects that they put us on a delay, but they delayed it because they were creating a way that they didn't have to depend on anybody else. And so now that they've done that, now they put everybody on a schedule and said, okay, for all the payments that are pending, then within the next 60 to 90 days, here's, a schedule, who's going to get paid, how much you're supposed to get paid, all the back pay, everything that's already lined up. And so that's good, right? So I'm just saying these are programs out there that we were able to get in position the last year. And then in 2024, a lot of people got nervous, a lot of people got scared, a lot of people got disappointed. But those same programs are now starting to set up payments for us, okay? Now, I had one that owed me substantially a lot of money, and they say they're still working on the repayment. I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. But if it comes through for us, hey, that's just better for us. If it doesn't, then, it is what it is. We go into this and we understand it. But I do want to highlight something for you right now, right here. If you don't hear anything else, if you just came on to the live stream, if you haven't been on the live stream and you jumped on at 8 minutes, right? I'm going to tell you something. There is something that's so powerful right now that's going on that I want to enlighten you about. And that is the token. Now, I'm not a big token guy, but we have a fantastic token that is doing miraculous things. It is on a vicious bull run like none other. And I promise you, if you are interested in something phenomenal, get in touch with me. Get in touch with me. We got something phenomenal happening right now. Something that is unmatched in the industry. And I've been doing this since 2016, off and on, off and on, off and on. The last couple of years, I've been pretty serious about this, learning a lot, really getting a better understanding of the market and the industry. And now we have been able to be invited to participate in a program that has a token that is on a vicious bull run. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to bounce because I need you to get in touch with me if you want to know more about it. They have calls every day, and you can check in. You can jump on a call if you want to know more about it. In the last 3 days, since Saturday, actually, today is Tuesday, my particular deposit had 100% increased within that first day. The next day, that coin went up again, and I was at a 280% increase in what I put in, right? Because of the coin price went from $7 to $15 in 2 days. Okay, it went from $15 to 20, then 25. Within this is in 3 days. That means today, the coin this morning, about 9 o'clock, was at about $25 per token. As of a few minutes ago, before I checked, before I got on my live, it was at $28. By the end of the day, it could be at $30. You know what that means for what I put in? I have literally, based on, I said, you know what, I'm going to buy a little bit. So there's two ways you can handle this. You can either purchase the coin directly, right, and let that thing grow, just, because it's crushing it. Or you can join the Get Fit, what's going to be rebranded to MoveQuest, the Get Fit app, right? Join the team. Just hit me up. I'll let you know how to do that, right? Get on one of the calls, learn all about it, and you can earn while you're getting fit. So let's say you walk from your house to the school. That will earn you tokens. You are literally mining tokens while you're walking to your car, while you're walking to your house, while you're walking to school, while you're walking to the store. Whatever you're doing, you're mining tokens, right? While you're mining tokens, you're making money. So I walk every morning, right? My steps. I'm getting my steps in. You hear people talk about getting their steps in. What if you can get your steps in and you can earn while you're getting your steps in? You're going to get your steps in anyway, so you might as well start earning off of it. This thing has increased over 1,200% since it actually started, and this is within the last 2 months. No, it's not stopping, right? This thing is real because it's based on something that has never been done, and it makes sense. And if you get on the call, right, I'll just get in touch with me. You can hit me up, and I will definitely get you in touch with the Zoom call. Every day we do a Zoom call, right? Every day we do a Zoom call. And it's 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, or evening, if you will. And in the Zoom call, we have some of the smartest people in the business, because this is different from anything else. So everything I studied, this is different, right? And that's what's so powerful about it. This is so different that I'm still trying to understand everything. But what I see is that everything that we saw before in the loopholes that allowed a whale to come in or allowed somebody to disrupt the system, this doesn't have that. And you know how a lot of times when you invest in a token, it launches, you invest, and it goes up, 1,000% in the first day, but then it drops because everybody's sold. This, when people sell, then you have to create an actual account, whereas you purchase miners, and when you evolve those miners, or you purchase the miner and then you upgrade those miners because you're going to get more mining power, that adds to it. So there's never going to be a time that the coin drops more than it increases. It's you will have to see it to believe it. This has never happened before. Nobody's ever been able to do it, but it's happening now. That's why it went from $7 to 15, went from 15 to 20, and then it went from 20 to 25. Now it's at 28. This is why it's so powerful. This is why I invite you to check it out. And this is why I'm here on my first live in probably the last 3 to 6 months. All right. Anyway, get in touch with me if you want to know about it. You can hit me up on my Telegram, and I'll post that for you. That's at Rashid BX on Telegram, Rashid BX on Telegram, and I'll get back to you. All right. But anyway, I just had to come on and let you guys know that there is something powerful out there that it got me to jump on a live and tell you about it. And I haven't been on this thing, and I haven't been excited about nothing that's out there until this. This thing is growing so fast, over 1,200%, and increasing. And right now we're going to push forward. We're going to push forward until we get to 10,000 people. We're at 500. So there's still room for you to come on in. All right. So get in touch with me. All right. Peace. I'll see you on the next one.